Rami X back with another video. Because I'll enjoy today's video. This is a part of my 9K special series where I'm basically talking about what if Naruto was a Miss Ninja, a series that I've been enjoying thus far. Make sure to share the video to a friend, likes with this, or just anime content in general. Subscribe if you're new here, as I want to hit 10K by the end of September, or by September. And with that being said, make sure to like I said before, subscribe, share the video to a friend who likes with this, or just anime content in general. And with that being said, check my second channel down below where I also post what ifs. Just recently I posted what if Naruto was a Hyuga, but we can now get into the video. So in the last part we ended off with Naruto basically dying. Kano, who in this what if is basically Naruto's brother, but is my apologies, so got stuck in my throat, but is actually his cousin, kind of just killed Naruto by stabbing him, as he is one of the 7 ninja swordsmen. Not only that, but 5 of the swordsmen still remain and have been wreaking havoc on the Mist Village with Kano. So the Mist Village isn't looking too good right now. Yagura is now aware of this conflict within his village, as he is basically fighting 2 of the 7 ninja swordsmen. At this current time, Naruto would be burning up a flame because Kano had just, stabbed him with his blade, which can turn anything aflame. Naruto would now appear to wake up, but he was not where he thought he was. He was now in a black-like abyss that he had never seen before. He looked around as he saw a man who was levitating. "Who are you?" Naruto would ask. As this man would speak, "My name? You can call me Sage of Six Paths." Naruto would squint his eyes as he stared at the self-proclaimed Sage of Six Paths. Naruto would scratch the back of his head as he would speak. Back where I come from, the Sage of Six Paths is what all jutsu is derived from, or something like that. I can't really recall, but one time my uncle Yagura, he told me something about the Sage of Six Paths. That all jutsu stems from him, or I don't know, something like that. He's not too wrong, but he's not too right at the same time. I see. Well, do you know why I'm here? You are dead. Naruto would immediately start to freak out as he would start to sweat and basically just look for a way to get out because he didn't like being dead. Nobody does, to be honest. As Hagoromo would continue, that doesn't mean that you will be forgotten. So, I don't want to be even dead. Being forgotten is nothing, as long as I can live the life that I want to. I see. Don't you want people to remember you? Of course I do, but I'd rather live all my life than be remembered. I see. Well, either way, I had no intention in letting you die. Now, come to me. Naruto would walk over to Hagoromo as a bright light would appear. Live, and take this power with you. Hagoromo would put his hand on Naruto's chest as Naruto's body would emanate with light. It had appeared that Naruto had now obtained 6 Paths chakra. Naruto would now wake up where he was in real time, so he's not in Sage's 6 Paths or Hagoromo's abyss area. Now he's actually where he quote-unquote died, since he's now alive now, as he would look around. To his right and to his left and above him were black balls that seemed to have ominous chakra surrounding them and coming off of them. We know these balls as the truth-seeking orbs, or orbs, whatever you want to call them. Naruto would then rush to the village, as he knew that Kano would be wreaking havoc there, and he also saw explosions. Naruto would now appear as Kano was about to kill a Miss Ninja, which wasn't too horrible, but it wasn't too good, because the Mist Village just has a lot more people right now, and a lot more citizens as well as, nin, because you don't have to kill all your classmates just to advance. But with that being said, Naruto would be amazed at how much damage was done to the Mist Village from the Seven Swordsmen. He looked around and all he saw was flames, explosions, and terror. Naruto would walk over to Kano before he could even hurt this Mist Ninja, as he would grab his blade with both his fingers. Naruto, while holding this blade, would smirk. "You thought you could kill me, didn't you, Kano?" Kano would laugh. It was a bit of a scared laugh, to be honest. It was one of those, if you will. Kano would then look around to make sure that he wasn't dreaming, as he would basically, rub his eyes just to make sure that Naruto was actually not there, but it was true. Naruto was right in front of him, and there was nothing he could do about it. And it had seemed that he was much stronger. Naruto would then raise his hand in the air as he would create a shield behind him with truth-seeking orbs. It had kind of been innate, almost as if he had done it before. Naruto would then create a shield behind him so that nobody would get hurt from the attack that he would launch. He would then gather chakra to his fist as he would activate the one tails of the Kyuubi's chakra, now slamming his fist into Kano, which would create a massive explosion, destroying a lot behind him and in front of him. That is the reason why he created the truth-seeking orb, to protect anybody behind him, mostly civilians though. Naruto would then continue walking over to Kano, as he would ask why Kano had betrayed the village, why Kano had seen a reason to, as Kano would speak. "Why I had a reason to? Why did you have a reason for calling out my name? What do you mean, Kano?" "Simple. When you were dying, you said, 'Help me, brother.' You screamed for it even. Why? Why would you ask me for help? You tried to kill me moments before that." "You're right. I guess you say things when you're dying." Good answer. Now answer me. Why would you betray our village? Why were you invited to become a swordsman by Yagura? Father was so stupid, making you a swordsman out of all people. Sure, he can do as he wants, whatever. But I have a real problem when people are so insolent as to make 11-year-old children swordsmen, the people that protect our village. I see. So that's why you're so angry. Naruto would sniffle. I kind of feel a bit of sadness within my heart that my own brother would betray us. That I'll have to watch you perish. Perish, what do you mean? Not literally. I don't think I could bring myself to kill my own brother, even if he did betray my village. But you won't be living a normal life. You'll be behind bars just like the rest of the former swordsmen. And if you break out or go over the top, I will have to kill you. Kano would grit his teeth. Funny. Because you've just been fooled. Kano would then activate the substitution jutsu as he would appear behind Naruto, cutting him in his back. Naruto would fall on the ground as he would realize that he had left a blind spot open and had been fooled by a substitution. Damn it, Naruto thought to himself, as his Kyuubi chakra easily healed the wound that Kano had cut into, but for some reason it now didn't go aflame. Why, Kano thought to himself, why isn't his wound igniting when I tell it to? God damn it, this sword is useless to me then. Kano thought to himself as he would throw it to the side, now grabbing a different blade. This blade was a bit longer in size and was more to Kano's liking, something Kano was able to wield much easier than his flame blade. Kano would now point his sword to Naruto, as he would tell Naruto that he won't waste any of his time. Naruto would smirk. That's just how I like it. Now, come to me, truth-seeking orbs. Naruto would put his hand out as the truth-seeking orbs would form a sword. Basically, we've seen the truth-seeking orbs be able to form into weapons, shields, etc., etc. So I see no reason why it couldn't just be a sword, as Naruto would do this. Naruto would then destroy, and I mean, like, absolutely obliterate Kano's sword, as he would then push Kano away with his own chakra. Basically, he would just slap Kano. Kano would then be sent flying, as Naruto would release a wind-style air bullet, which would send Kano flying even more, as Naruto would then appear in front of Kano. Now Naruto was above Kano, stronger than Kano, and better than Kano. Kano knew this, as he had nothing to do. He was too weak at the moment, and Naruto was too strong, and that was that. Naruto would then look in the eyes of his fallen brother, as he thought to himself, "Why did you do what you did?" Naruto would then start to speak. If only you didn't betray the mist. I could have still had the right to call you my brother. Naruto would then create a ball, basically, that would surround Kano, and basically it acted as a prison to seal Kano away. It's not gonna, kill him, at least not right now, and he's basically just sealed away so that Naruto can release him and, punish him, if you will, and that punishment being, like, imprisonment, things of the sort. But right now, he now has to deal with the village, which is in turmoil. Naruto would quickly defeat many 7 Ninja Swordsmen, as he would aid Yagura in defeating the 2 7 Ninja Swordsmen that he was fighting. Fujita could destroy the Mist villages, basically like Mizukage Tower. And you may be asking, why is Fujita even, up, able to move, things of the sort? Well, for the sake of the story, he just is. He was basically, he's recovered from his fight with Naruto. His fight with Naruto was a long time ago, actually, like a few hours ago at this point. So he's been able to recover. And, most ninja in the Mist Village have basic medical knowledge, and no reason why he shouldn't, especially since he's a swordsman and one of the 7 Ninja Swordsmen. So I see him being able to, get up and fight Naruto right now. Naruto would now go toe-to-toe with Fujita, or Fujitsu. It really just depends how you want to pronounce it. He goes by both names. Anyhow, and just so you guys know, Fujita wields the blade that means splash. Basically the one that, for example, you hit a tree, it will explode. There's explosion tags all on it, and basically whenever you clash with something, it will explode. That's basically the definition of Fujita's sword. Sorry for all the basicallys. But with that being said, Naruto would now fight Fujita. Naruto would grab his own sword, one of his short swords that I did talk about Naruto having in the last part, or in part 1 to be more specific, as Naruto would rush towards Fujita. Fujitsu and Naruto would now have a very good fight, to say the least, as all that would be heard were explosions. Each time their blades clashed, explosion after explosion. Destruction was created. Both Naruto and Fujita were powerful. Powerful they were, but only one was able to win. That one being Naruto. Naruto would jump back as he would gather all of his chakra in one place, in his sword. His sword would now basically make Fujita's sword look like a toy. Because Naruto's sword was now imbued with chakra, and he poured all of his chakra into his sword, basically creating like a massive sword that Naruto would now pull back to increase its cutting power, and would add wind style to it to increase its velocity, as he would slam it into Fujita's, which would cut it in half. An explosion would be heard, as Fujita would knock himself out with his own blades. Explosion. Fujita would now be on the ground, passed out, as Naruto would now be on his knees, panting heavily. Naruto then looked around as he thought about what he could do. Naruto would then create 1,000 shadow clones of the last of his chakra, as he would now be on his back, panting. Damn it, if only I could do a little bit more. If only I could save more people. If only I could protect more people. Well, I suppose My clones can do the work for me. With that, Naruto's clones would defeat the rest of the swordsmen, and since it is 1,000 clones, we'll just say for the sake of the story that there's 300 clones per swordsman. 2 of the swordsmen were already defeated by Yagura. Kano was just defeated by Naruto, or sealed away per se. And not only that, but Fujita was defeated by Naruto. And not only that, but since we have all of those people defeated, and Grimfrost and Hoshi were included in there was only one swordsman remaining, that being Soto, and Soto would be easily defeated. I see no reason why he wouldn't. He's not that powerful, but he's not that weak. But with that being said, the Mist Village would win the battle, or at least the Mist Village's better forces, gooder forces, or more good forces, whatever you want to call them. What I mean by that is just the people who were rebelling lost. So the swordsmen lost, and Naruto, Yagura, and the Mist won. But with that being said, the Mist would now have to rebuild. Workers were in high spirits because of the many powers displayed, but some were also distraught. Some people suffered from PTSD, seeing how many of the swordsmen were just churning on the people who they were meant to protect. It really made the villagers have distrust in the swordsman system. So Naruto and Yagura struggled to think of a possible situation and struggled to think of a possible outcome that could be good until they could. And basically what I mean by that is that they thought of a new system, something that would protect their citizens more, and something that would be better. Naruto thought to himself, as he didn't really know what to do, but all he did know was that the village was going to need help. For all the people who were in low spirits, well, they would need something to put them in high spirits. And for all the people in high spirits, they would need something to keep them there. All these people in high spirits were in high spirits because they were amazed at how strong Naruto was and how he presented himself, and that he could maybe even become the next Mizukage. Yagura in these times would create a new system. A new group of swordsmen would have to be assembled, he thought to himself. Or maybe not swordsmen. Maybe something entirely different. Yagura thought to himself, if there were 7 swordsmen per group, then what's to say all of them can't just turn on the village? These are 7 Kage level ninja churning on their village, and that is not good in any way. So Naruto and Yagura both thought to themselves, what could they do? Yagura specifically is the one who came up with this idea, but the idea was to create a new system. But I think you guys could already, know that. But what system is it, you may be thinking? Well, it's pretty simple. The 3 guardians of the Mist Village. So I was thinking of this idea for a pretty long time for the story, and Yagura has been thinking about this idea for a pretty long time in the story as well, and that's basically because it's pretty hard to, think of a new idea. I imagine that the Mizukage wasn't just some idea that people came up with out of nowhere, or that even the Jonin, Chunin, etc. systems weren't just thought out of thin air. But it would take some planning, but it would work. But who are the 3 guardians going to be? A, we will have Yagura. Though he is the Mizukage, I do see him playing this role. And Yagura is going to have a lot of stress right now, but I can see him fulfilling this role. Now, the next guardian would be Naruto. But who would be the 3rd? Since all the swordsmen turned their backs on the Mist, they didn't agree with what Yagura was doing, I don't really see there being another guardian, at least not yet. Later on, we will get a new guardian, trust me on that, and the 3 guardians will be, fulfilled as a proper title, but currently, I don't see there being another guardian who's in the Mist and capable of fighting right now. But with that being said, the Mist would recover. I see no reason why the Mist is not going to recover from all of this combat. I see every village, home, every village shop, every village tower, etc., being restored and being rebuilt by its citizens. and of course the citizens would be paid. But basically, they're creating their own homes and things of the sort. Like, the village would get back to where it was before. And Naruto, seeing that the village needed more money and economy and things of the sort, would do something about it. He would grab his blade and would activate his QB chakra as he would rush to the battlefield. What battlefield, you may be asking? Well, pretty simple. Naruto was going to get land for his village. What I mean by that is that Naruto would conquer places. And what I mean by that, sorry for all the what I mean by that, is that Naruto would basically just grab land. He would fight for land. He would conquer land. He would, put the Mist's flag on land, and he would take it over, and he would fight for it. There were many casualties, none on Naruto's side, because he was basically like a one-man army with all of his clones and things of the sort, but the Mist would be expanding. They now had a new, I guess you could say, village, and it was now known as, not the Mist Village, but the New Mist Village, as it was a new era for the village. Kano, Grimfrost, Soto, Hoshi, Fujita, etc., were all imprisoned, as Zabuza at this current time would be reading a newspaper on the whole situation, as he was surprised that all 7 swordsmen were defeated, and knew that he would be the only one who could defeat Yagura, and so he would continue the train effortlessly, as he also thought of Naruto and how powerful he was getting. And though choosing a 11-year-old to be, your one of your protectors is a bit much, right? And it's a bit of a foolish decision in some people's eyes. Zabuza now knew why Yagura did what he did and understood it, but he still didn't agree with how Yagura ran things. Yagura not only did this, but he implemented a new system into the Mist Village. This system goes as follows. All villagers can become ninja. You don't need chakra to become ninja. Maybe this is just me, but from what I recall, the villagers and people who just, don't become like ninja and stuff like that, they don't have chakra. Rock Lee was an odd case because he was a ninja trying to become, a ninja. Or sorry, let me reword that. Trying to become a ninja and had no chakra. He wasn't, looked down upon and things of the sort for being a person without chakra. He was looked down upon for trying to be a ninja without chakra. From what I recall, maybe this is wrong, maybe it's not, but from what I recall, that's why. And many villagers actually don't have chakra. So Yagura implemented this. And if I'm wrong, my apologies, but the villagers, at least in the Mist Village, are not going to have chakra. Anyhow, all villagers can qualify to be ninja with training. Yagura is not against the idea of taijutsu, and we have seen that, though it was a filler episode where a ninja from the Mist Village had actually only done, taijutsu. We've also seen this in the Sand Village, or I guess you could also call it Sunagakure, but we've seen people who only use taijutsu become ninjas, and I see no exception here. Yagura allows the fact that people without chakra can still become ninja, which would increase the military power of the Mist Ninja by, 3-fold. There is a lot of Mist citizens, and there is a lot of Mist Ninja now. And as such, there would be those who protect and those who don't. But, for the sake of it, the Mist Ninja who are, who become ninja and don't actually have chakra, they would all be protecting the village, half of them, and the other half would be going out and fighting and basically making money for the Mist Village, which would raise the Mist Village's economy, help them out with trade, further their relations with the Leaf Village, which would provide support for the Mist Village due to the fact that it was kind of going through a phase at the moment. But with that being said, I think I'm going to leave the story here, but with a threat. Pain has now figured out where the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki is and has sent Kisame, Hoshigake, and Itachi Uchiha to fight Naruto and to basically capture him. But not only that, at this current moment, Naruto has now turned 12. He's now much older. And, with that being said, Naruto is not going to be at the Little Mist Village right now because he has just been sent on a mission by Yagura to go check out and basically just survey a village that's now rising up, a new village, in fact, that we know as the Land of Waves. This is also around the exact time that Kakashi and Team 7 arrived at the village, and this is also the exact time that Zabuza and Haku arrived at the village. So maybe you guys can tell how I'm trying to put that story. But with that being said, this has been Rami X back with another video. Because I'll enjoy today's video. Make sure to like, share the video to a friend, like for this, or just anime content in general. Subscribe if you're new here, as I want to hit 10K by the end of September. But with that being said, Rami X